Welcome back to First Education. This is Zed. Today I'm going to be talking about HTBX, the Biologics Incorporations. This is an update to my last video. You'll find it in my description below. If you would like to watch more of these videos, make sure to subscribe and leave your notifications on, as well as drop a like to this video to help this channel grow. At any point, if you feel you're missing on the technical indicators that I'm using here, you'll find a playlist to describe each of these ones and what they mean. I'm going to go through technical analysis, latest news, and what I think about the sticker as a recommendation for myself. Let's jump right into it. So we get to see on the 1 week analysis, I'm taking in consideration the last 3 months, you get to see the MACD here has seen a negative reversal on the week beyond the 23rd of August. So in the last 2 weeks, it looks like it actually confirmed that negative reversal. That is a dangerous sign because it shows in that positive trend that has been very much enjoyed, at least in the start, has come to a conclusion here, has come to an end. You get to see that the 10 SMA is above the 30 EMA, but it's actually dipping below the trading action zones where reversals are likely. It's almost around 50 and shows in the trend is almost done. Moving to the 1 month, 1 day perspective, which we get to see here that the MACD is looking like it might want to test a reversal, positive reversal, but that is the only thing that seems to be bullish on this one aside from the willing percent R, and that the stock price is above the 200 SMA line. But 200 SMA line is at 82 cents. So there is a little bit of room there to still be above it, but still looks quite bearish because the 200 SMA line is not as of significance for quite a bit. The unbalanced volume looks like it's actually decreasing, so that is a bearish sign. The ADX shows it's trading sideways, that is bearish, but momentum looks bullish. It looks like it has strong momentum here, at least for all the way until 9th of September. Now the stock moving averages here, if we were to look at it, you get to see it's below the 50 SMA, which is bearish. 30 EMA is above the 10 SMA, that is bearish, and the trading action zone is in a bearish reversal. So you get to see it tested that reversal into the trading action zone and then seen a negative reversal. Now on to the 1 hour perspective here, we get that the MACD is looking like in the extended hours that it's testing a positive reversal, but it has done that quite a few times and then dipped back down. On the ADX, it shows in there is a possibility for trend forming, and the willing percent R sitting in neutral, closer to overbought. Momentum seems to be sloppy though, and the unbalanced volume looks like it's more people dumping it than buying it. Now on the moving averages, the stock moving averages is bearish all around, except that it is above the VWAP. Stock is below the 50 SMA, purple line below the 200 SMA, and the 30 EMA is above the 10 SMA. So that is bearish on this side. Now moving on towards the moving averages, it's expected to trade on below 119 to the middle of 131, and if it does jump to it would jump to 144. Although we've seen that it hasn't traded in that moving average for quite a bit. I think the last time moving average was consistent, it would be all the way back in July. Early July, that is. Now moving on towards Fibonacci retracements, we get to see that there is a significant support that has been broken and now is a resistance at 117. If we were to consider the significant supports and resistances, we were easily getting to see that the $0.02 is a support here. Below that, we're looking at 95 cents, 94, 89, 84, and the 81 mark. Now, if we were to looking at resistances, we're looking at 111, we're looking at 118, we're looking at 125, looking at 135, 138, and then the 151 mark. Now if we were to consider Fibonacci arc, which is of less significance on usual, we get to see that we are hitting one where usually this would perhaps mean that the green candle would switch to a red candle and vice versa. So we're hitting there, so that is as well a bearish sign. Now let's try to take a look into the latest company's information in terms of news and what they have going on. So on September 9th, the Biologics CEO to participate in virtual panel New Approaches to COVID-19 Hidden Breakthroughs on Thursday, September 10th. This played through and did see a mini jump there as expected. Now I did mention this in my last videos. The Biologics COVID-19 vaccine really focuses on T cells. That is a little bit different from what you've had in other kinds of COVID-19 vaccines, but the really big problem with this one, it's still in preclinical trials and hasn't entered phase 1, 2, or 3, and so it is really behind on that game. There is other though pipelines that are focusing on, for instance, we're looking at the solid tumors vaccines, therapeutics, and NSCLC. Now, going on towards institutional buyers, you get to see that there hasn't been much play in quite a bit for now, and that looks like it's a bit dangerous for us. So, nothing significant as of here. Now, going on towards this news here, I've just already mentioned it about the CEO contributing in terms of the conference. Now, no latest news coming in from what my last DD has been other than this one here. So now comes into what I think about the stock and how it will play. Now, this stock here, in my last video I said that if it does dip below the $1.10, it most likely is going to go lower. And we've seen that that is quite a significant support. Sorry, it wasn't 110, it was 117. And that is now significant resistance, and it was on the Fibonacci retracements. So this really gives me an indication throughout also the MACD on a weekly basis that this stock is more likely going to see a continuous negative trend for quite some bit. Now, there's no indication that that trend is stopping per se. It looks like the trend is just forming on towards the negative side on the MACD. Now, moving on towards, for instance, the COVID-19 vaccine, yes, we can get PRs that can really jump the stock, but the biggest thing about this one is that it's falling a lot behind in the timeline. This was back where it first jumped all the way, for instance, in June or July. There's some time, but right now we're in September, so the clock is ticking. Now, what do I think about the sticker? Now, some people might want to hold for this one just in case it continues to jump down. And what is the bottom side? You're looking at perhaps 40 cents, 50 cents. But there's also the 20 cents that will happen back in March. So for me, I wouldn't hold this one. So it could either be, for instance, if you have a lot of risk, I don't even think this would be worth it for my investment, especially in a rocky market. So probably would be considered selling for me. But it still has a lot of potential with their other pipelines, but it seems that that is not the hot market at the current time being. And in the short term, I would say consider selling. What do you think about the sticker? Make sure you mention down in the comments below. Subscribe and like, and have a wonderful day.